All right. Welcome, welcome. Oh, excuse me. Just waking up. Oh. We're just gonna do a little bit of marking out, and then yeah, let me just set everything up real quick. Okay, we're about 7, 8 minutes from market open. I'm just gonna mark out some levels, and then after that, we will hopefully have some good live trading going on. Um, let's get to it. Okay, so where are some key levels? So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna close this daily profile just so we can kind of get more of a delta visual here. So let's just go from here to here. This is kind of where okay. So what areas we value low, value high? I'm just gonna erase this so it's out of the way, and then we have. So if we go there, that's like the current. So we're in compression. We're gonna want to see a breakout from either side. We might see a fake out where it comes down, fakes out, and we go the other way. Um, let's go to the 4 hour just so we can kind of get an idea of where we could be heading to. If we do close, we could drive above. Just want to mark out some key levels. So this is the zone we're in. What is this purple lines? Oh, those are the areas. Okay. So I'm gonna mark this out right here. That's POC from yesterday. We have to tap into that at some point. Whether that's gonna be today or tomorrow, I do not know. I'm gonna save that, and then what else we have done here? Let's go to 1 day real quick. I just want to see something right here. Just make sure we have everything kind of marked out. What's this? Um, all right. I'm just gonna use the restroom, and then we should be able to get started here. I'm gonna go back on the one. Just we get. And then I'll turn on daily volume fall so we have an idea. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we'll be ready to go. coffee. I'm ready to go. 2 minutes to open. So what I'm expecting here is something along the lines of we either break down below the value area low and then we close below here and then possibly move just upside, or we'll see how this gets disrespected, whether it's from the top or downside, because we could move a lot further down, especially since yesterday we could have another drop day. So we have this area right here, and then we have that's where technically support lies. Okay, and then okay. All right, it's about to go. Sometimes I like using the range bar in the mornings. All right, we're about to, it's about to go. It's probably like 30 seconds from kicking off here, so we should be ready here, and then hopefully we recover our last 2 days. That was really bad yesterday, and not too bad on the day before, but yesterday was a bad day. So let's wait and react to what the market wants to tell us. Okay, so we're bouncing off the value low. If this holds again, we could be going all the way up to here. So what I could do here is if we break back above this area, we'll see. I think it's going to test lower into this area before we move up. But I'm going to place one buy stop order here because we can see a nice move up to the upside. And then take profit here. Okay, we're down 500. Damn. Okay. Yeah, this is having some troubles here. We gotta see more buying bubbles in order for us to take this. I had the right idea because just look at this, gonna go all the way back up to there. Now we're getting some sell. That's aggressive too. More aggressive sells. Look at this. 1, 2 big spikes. I had the right idea, bouncing out the value area low. We had this. Came out the point of control now. So if this gets absorbed here, wait, where's my other accounts? That's crazy. Okay. Something happened? That's weird. Oh, that's what I gotta do. I'm not connected to the server. Is that feed? There
Connected.
it is. Just aim for up here. Man, I hit my loss limit like 3 straight days on one account. I pretty much lost everything that I've made on that one account from the last 2 days. Always we're coming off this value low, so I expect to move up to this range because we've been bouncing off this. So they have been buying this, which is a good sign. And hopefully we push higher. If we could push a little bit higher into this range, up into this area, then but there's no what's the deal? Hold on, buddy. You trying to get dressed? Okay. All right. Go ahead. Hold on. And go ahead. Okay, so value low again here. We'll see what happens. I have one more area marked here. It's sideways, so we had some absorption here. We try to retest, so it's been a rough week. I lost pretty much all my profit from the first 2 days. Monday, I thought it was gonna be a great week from Monday, Tuesday, but that was not the case. And we'll see. I just gotta recover on Monday and then be 65 on there. We're still at the value low, so I think we're gonna protect this area. That's a big fucking stop loss. I don't like this. Yeah, this is a bad trade. This is a very bad trade. I just didn't like how we wick. There was no closure, and then I have a big stop loss here. This is not good. Yeah, it's gonna get hit. I'm gonna be down. Yeah. Okay. Well. Yeah, it's not good. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go back in the 1 minute. I apologize. We're selling again. I don't know what I'm doing here. Shit. I'm getting destroyed. We didn't quite get to the value. We sold off before that. So we tap, boom, broke. Shorts were in the definitely in the thing. See what happens here. Remember I said we were gonna come down, probably get some absorption. Oh yeah, right there. I'll try this account right here. Right at this area where we kind of respected and had absorption. Hopefully this will turn out to be a play. And if not, this is gonna sell straight down and we're gonna get kind of a violent move to the downside. Yep. Yes, it is. And we're selling off again. So yeah, this is not good. I'm not doing well. Again, Jesus. Loose trading's broke today. Is it? They're having issues with their stuff, huh? Chat's not loading for me. Chart's not loading for me. Damn. That's crazy. I know Lucid Funding's a pretty good one too. I've heard a lot of good things about Lucid Funding. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The orb trade today was pretty damn good. Oh yeah, stop. All right, so I'm gonna cover this right here. There it is. 1,000 on that one. Okay. Dub right there. I need to recover this one now. I shouldn't even trade that last one. I was close to my. I should have just. So now we're pushing back into the value low. Yeah. Remember what I said in the beginning? I was gonna wait for this to close below either side, and then it's gonna move in direction, and that's what it did. It targeted down here, and then we moved back up into. That's shit I gotta be more patient about. Cause I knew it was gonna move to one side beforehand. I said that right before we opened that it was one thing to move to one side, and yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, look at this. Came down, bounced. Came down, bounced. Came down, kind of bounced out of it, went up again. That was $2,000 trade right there, so not bad. Recovered one account, was up 1,000 on one, so basically a wash for today again. Yeah. Yeah, Zard Trade. The 5-minute orb was definitely, that would have been a good. It broke right here, down. Because he would have been at 6. Yeah, 5-minute would have been right around, yeah, right around here. God damn, this long was clean. Yeah, that long entry is crazy. Bummer. They really bought this too. So I want to see a retest at the value area low. Because what we did, we bounce, and then we come down somewhere right around here. That's what I want to see right here. We're about to test the value area high. That was a big dub. I could have held it a lot longer, but you know, I'd rather just stay consistent with it, earn back my profit, and then make some money on top of it. So, man, I had a rough last couple days. I mean, Wednesday wasn't that rough, I would say. Wednesday, yeah, I lost a couple of them, but I called a great trade. It was kind of like similar to this, but we're probably going to bounce off here, value high, and then come to the point of control or the value low here, and then go back up somewhere up here. It's the point of control. This is point of control from yesterday. So, yeah, I'm done trading this one right now. It's just, I'm already up that $1,000. I think I put a $900 loss on this one. So that one's, I'm cutting that one off today too again. So I pretty much lost most of my profit. I'm up like 1,100 for the week, I guess, on this account. Okay, we're getting strong buying off the buyer high. So this could actually just go straight to the POC, honestly. This could be a good impulsive buy. We'll see right here if there's any sort of absorption. But look at this. Very, 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 very strong candle right here. Lots of orders. We'll see if it gets absorbed. See if this holds up. If this holds up, then we can go to here. I think it will go here pretty quickly if it does. If this can't hold up, we're going to come down to the POC or value low, and then we'll probably get a nice bounce.
And this is a grade 10.
Where'd you get that one at?
So there's a new place by Migos.
Oh, nice.
They sell all Pokemon cards, like all types of cards.
Really?
Yeah, and I found this one for 115.
Did you?
Look, it's in Japanese.
Who got you that?
10, ready?
Who got you that one?
Can you put it over there?
Yeah.
Like in the suit, or no, like right there, in that
Put it right there, okay?
inside, because Rose is gonna scratch it up, because he likes plastic.
He likes what?
He likes plastic.
No, he's a weirdo.
Just put it in the box. I need to get boxers.
You get boxers?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Let me just silence this out.
Take a shower.
And this trade's about to hit too. To break even. And what did I say? Boom. Take profit. All right. Up 1100 on that one too. I think my mojo's back. I think my mojo is back. I don't know what the fuck I was doing the last 2 days, to be honest. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, to be honest. It was impatience and not reading the market correctly. Like this morning, that loss in the other account was just purely getting caught in the chop and not waiting for market to actually tell me what it's going to do. We're going to come right here with this line I watch. Look at the line I draw. We're probably going to bounce here, and we'll go all the way back up here. So 11, not bad. And then -9. I had that set yesterday because I just didn't want to keep losing 1,000, so I had my drawdown a little tighter on that just so I could protect myself a little better if something like this were to happen, which it did. But yeah, value high play, waited for kind of the break. Then we retested and we broke. I went short here, stop above here, and target the POC, which is right here. I could have targeted value or low, which is where I have this line. See this gold line? That's where I have it. And I think this is going to bounce here. This could be, if you guys take this could be like a 200-point move. I'm very, very confident this is going to go up to 24,900. And if we don't, if this breaks, then you could even take a short from here all the way back down to 25.78. But we'll see. I mean, I think right here would be a good long, especially. Oh, I needed these two trades. My other account's hurt. When I've lost what, $3,000 over the last 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So, okay, so we're seeing some more absorption here. This is the value low. I just think your entries could be somewhere. If we close above here, you can wait for a buy bubble in this area. If we get a buy bubble, then we could take a long off this area again. You probably would have been, if you took in the one here long, which wouldn't have been a bad area. Still a little early, but you still get absorption down here. This area is getting absorbed. And once we close back up, I do think this is going to go all the way to 2,900, 24,900 right here. This is, I'm calling right now, it's going to be a 200-point move. Yeah, I think the main thing I got to kind of get used to is just get better at, I should say used to getting better at making sure I'm confident, and patience is like the most important thing. The last 2 days, I lacked a lot of patience. I think because we've had such big moves, I kind of like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna make a quick buck and get the hell out of here. You know, bad mindset to have. Like I said, everyone, you're gonna make mistakes as you trade, and I've made it quite a bit the last 2 days. Yesterday was my worst day because I just kept trading. I got into like a what do you call it? A spiraling out of control. That was the first time it's gotten like that pretty bad, where I've just like kept trading, kept trading, kept trading. I couldn't stop. I mean, I have my risk manager where it cuts me off, but it didn't hit it for a while, and then I finally got close, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'm done. Like, call it a day. But that I took like, what was it, like 10, 15 trades? Just not good. Yeah, we're gonna get more buying here. Once we break above this, we'll get a nice explosion to here. Then we'll squeeze the high above here, and then we'll go up to here. That's just my thought. Yeah. Oh, for sure, dude. For sure, Ragul. I think that was the first time in probably months I've spiraled out like that. And again, it tends to be sometimes harder to when you're in front of other people. Try to control yourself, and you're gonna have lost days. You know, we all have lost days. It's just how bad you can let those lost days get, and that's where like I kind of like that's why I have a risk manager. I protect myself at that point because even if I do spiral out of control, I can only spiral out of control a certain amount. And the one thing I am reading, and I've read like 3 or 4 times, I'm gonna read over and over again, and it really helps out my psychological mind. Like when I'm trading is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, and that one it just trains your brain to think in probabilities and to be okay with like the risk and the losses that you take. And that's one of the ones that I just has helped me out tremendously. This last, I've seen a big improvement in my trading in the psychological standpoint. Technically speaking, I think I have something that really works and trades really well, and it works well for me. You know, some people like certain things. Some people like ICT. Some people like, or like Zach. I know a lot of people that do well with certain things, but um, it's just trading style. Kind of stalling here a little bit. I just think there's going to be some little consolidation, but I think we're going to have this push right again above to this area. And if we do stall and this breaks, let's say, okay, let's say for example, if this comes all the way down and breaks this area right here, then we'd be breaking the value or low again. Then it could be a possible good short all the way down again because we are short. You could probably catch this range to this range, which is still like yeah, look at this, they're selling it. Right to the area I had marked again. We'll see if it bounces here again or if it stalls. So you can go like this. You'd probably break even on this trade, which still wouldn't have bad. We called it a good area here. If this was, let's say if you go here, let's just like play out this trade. Tom, hey Steph, I had 3 positive days this week. Burned it all this morning. Failed the eval too. You know what, Tom? That I could tell you how many times I've done that. I've probably done it more than hundreds of times. Um, I'm telling you, dude, it's part of the trading learning experience. As much as it stings and it hurts, you're gonna hopefully learn from those mistakes. And sometimes it takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 20 times. Um, I know that shit is the worst when you're like doing good, 1, 2, 3, and then all of a sudden you just burn everything in one day. The one thing I could recommend is, yeah, the 1 minute. Uh, yeah, it's a different beast. It's a different beast. You really have to zoom out. So I go from 5 to 1. So if you go down from 5 to 1, you look at the 5 minute. We go from 5 minute chart here. You can get an idea, and then you can mark out your zones. And then what I'd recommend is just not sticking to the one the whole way you're looking at it. Once it gets to your zone, drop to the one. And I even sometimes will do that. But one thing I do like too is the range bars too. I like to do like a 54 range on here, and it's just cleaner. Everything looks cleaner. Um, but in terms of like you're gonna burn evals. It's just part of the process. If you learn from them, and if you have a risk manager or something on there that whether it's your platform or your prop firm, whatever it may be, where you can set yourself up to be like, okay, if I lose this amount, let's say I'm up every day, you have a set target. You can even have a set target on a lot of these prop firms. But if I go down $1,000, then I'm gonna call it a day, or $800, whatever your risk on that account is. And you always want to have smaller losing days and obviously bigger winning days. So let's say if you want to play it tight and say the most I want to lose is 500, and I'm gonna set my risk manager to $500, so it's gonna close me out and I won't be able to trade. And then have a set target. Let's say I'm gonna do 1,000 every day. That is like the best advice that helped me, because there was times where I couldn't control myself and I spiraled out of control, and I would lose my whole account in one day. There's many times like this has happened to me. The only thing that helped me was the risk manager. Yeah, Regal's right. It does save you from the market, because the thing is, hedge funds have these people. They have risk departments where they'll size you down, cut you off for the day, tell you to come back tomorrow. Like, you as a retail trader, you don't have that. And the only thing that provides you that is whether your platform, a lot of platforms do, or you could buy a private software that I think links to your platform a lot of times, whether you use TradingView or whatever it may be, and that will limit the losses, and you can control it the day before. Because what happens is you set the risk manager, and you can't change it till the next day, so it locks you out for the whole day. Then the next day your mind's refreshed, you can adjust the risk, whether you felt like it was too small or too big, and then go on about your trading again. Look at this area again, value area low, we just bounced off this. So I think my initial trade idea here was right. I think we're going to go yesterday's POC, which is where volume is, and from one POC to here. And I think this is where you could have taken a nice trade. Why 54 range? I used to use 40. I like either 50, 40. It's just what's on here on deep charts. Honestly, they have 4 range. These are way too small. Way too small. 54 range to me is a good size. I mean, from it's what 10 points, or no, sorry, 12 points. 70. Yeah, 12 points. 4 points tick. 4 points. 4 ticks a point, I should say. Yeah, Tom, don't beat yourself up about it. One thing I do recommend, if you're struggling with coping with risk on the markets and your psychological standpoint, how you handle it, I would highly recommend reading like Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. You can listen to they have an audiobook, you can read it. He will literally rewire your brain, and it may take you 3, 4, 5 times reading it, but it's a really good read, and it teaches you, like I said, how to think in probabilities rather than just thinking in the risk. Like, a lot of times people think, I'm going to lose this much money, but the probabilities are, if I win 50% of the time and I'm making 2 to 1, I'm profitable. If I'm only making 30% of the time winning and I'm making 3 to 1, I'm profitable. If you're thinking in probabilities and not in from a mindset of like, okay, I'm going to lose this much money and I don't want to lose this much money because this is a lot of money, that's when your brain, you put on a trade and you're automatically like, oh God, don't hit my stop, don't hit my stop, don't hit my stop. Like, you get worried. That's where that book helped me tremendously on my psychological standpoint, and then having a risk manager for sure. Kind of hate looking at the facts, sorry, trader. Kind of hate looking at the facts, knowing that my best days are when I take a handful of trades and trade no more than 3 hours. But sometimes we get blinded by the targets. Yet, I would say the first hour, that's probably all you need. Hour and a half, maybe on some days. But the first hour, I think you're right, Czar Trader. That's where the first hour is probably the best and most. Like, man, look at this. This is from, what is it, 6:30 here? This is technically the first only 30 minutes. You should be able to catch some sort of move in here. I know we have some big ranges, and other days it's not like that. But the longer you trade is obviously the worst. Yep. Go TomTom. Building a managing plan based on eval accounts. Daily loss limit or MML helps a lot. Yep. Depending on your account size too. That's the other thing. I usually trade 50, sometimes 100K accounts, and those tend. I like to be aggressive on the evals. Some people are different. I'll risk $1,000 on each day, no matter what. Sometimes I'll risk even the whole account in 2,000 just to try to pass it in 1 or 2 days. Because to me, passing the eval and getting to funded is, um, I would say is the quickest and best way so you can get there and start trading live with a funded account, rather than sitting there managing your risk and so forth. Oh, that's nothing, Tom. That's nothing. I burn like 10 in a week. There's been times where when I first couple years, I just would burn through evals. I would load it up, blow two the same day, load it up. There was one day I had, okay, this is probably my worst day I've ever had. Um, I had, I think, almost 4 or 5 fundeds from Top Step. Um, what happened was it was a day where we dropped heavily. I kept on trying to trade against the trend. It was almost similar to yesterday. It kind of gave me bad flashbacks. I kept on trying to trade against the trend. I started one funded. I blew it. Started with the second funded. The same day, I had all 4 fundeds. I passed them all in like the last. It took me like almost like 2-3 weeks to pass. Blew it again. Third funded, blew it again. All in the same day, trying to go long all the way down, and I blew my fourth one. That was probably the worst day. I literally felt like quitting, and I felt like something was wrong with me. So don't don't even worry about it. This is the first evals I take in 20 years. 20-year trading. Damn. Also, one of the biggest illusions is account size. We trade 2K on live 50K account. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Large the risk, less the shots. Yeah. Regal's right. You have, it's basically a thing like you have a revolver. The bigger the bullets in that revolver, if you have let's say, you know, you have bigger bullets, bigger stop losses, you're only gonna have like 3 bullets, 2, 3 bullets on those accounts. If you're playing with micros and you're trading half that size or quarter that size, 2 to 5 contracts of micros, you're gonna have more like 5 or 10 shots. So that is depending on how, like I said, it's all about how aggressive you want to be. If you want to be more aggressive in the markets in terms of the evals and try to pass them quick, just go with minis and just, there are gonna be days where you catch some good trades and you go to a funded, and then you can size down. Once you feel comfortable, you can size back down to like micros and, you know, work your way up. Like, to be honest, what I should have done today is probably just size down on my other account just to micros half, like 5 contracts. Because that was like, I took 2 massive stop losses like right away. So that was rough. Yeah. Unfortunately, it is what it is though. I made up on other accounts, but yeah, I'm telling you, I've had some really bad days with blowing fundeds. We're still bouncing. This is the value low, the area I marked out right here. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. So I think this move I have is still correct. We're gonna go from here all the way up to this point right here. We just got to break right here. Let's say right here. This is the area we have to break. Once we break this, we get the squeeze. The squeeze will be above here into this point of control. Excuse me, guys. Yeah. So I think the expansion is going to happen here. I think one of the things that we read in the market today correctly, and I did read it correctly in the morning when I did originally say that we were going to come down to one side and then we were going to move off of it and then go higher to the other side. And I think this is exactly what's going to happen. We did go to one side, dropped below it, trapped a lot of aggressive sellers, went up, tapped into the value area high right here, tapped in, came back down, support right in this range off the value area low. And then here we go. Watch this. This is the value area low. This is where all the support lies right here. And then what are we going to do? We're going to get to the value area high, which is, let me mark a line up there for us so we can see. Value area high here. We're going to get to this area, and then you have aggressive buying here right into this range. And then what I think is going to happen here is we're going to, once we break above this, you're going to get some movement. And then right here, where the high of the night, somewhere right around here, 866, you're going to see a squeeze into this point of control. Then we might get some resistance into that point of control. Buying or selling compression. So this is technically compression. And let me just drag it up so you can see. So this is the overnight session, right? This is where we started at 1500, which is 3 o'clock, and then all the way through. As you can see here, look at the market. Compression is when we bounce in a range. So you have the value area, which is value or high, value or low, right in this area. We're bouncing. We haven't broken each side. We're just bouncing. And you can see, look at this. The only time we bounce, we did break here, but it wasn't like an official break. We tapped into it and we immediately rejected off it. And then we came back into the value, right? Came back into the value, bouncing, 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 bouncing. So we're in compression still. You could be trading from one range to the other. So from value area low to value area high, which is up here. Let me just make this, let me make this red so we can understand where value area high, and let me make this blue. This is where you want to buy. So you could trade from value high to value low. What I do think here, though, is we're going to break out of compression. And when we break out of compression here, your compression zone is going to, the top of it's going to be really at 866, which is the high overnight where we couldn't break. The reason I marked out this area is where purple line is yesterday's point of control. And that's right in this area. And if you do the daily volume profile, you'll be able to tell this is the area right here. So you have your value area. This is your value area, value high, value low, point of control. We're going to go to the point of control. I think it's probably a very high probability chance we're going to hit that. And you can see right here, CVD is now growing. Look at this. It's growing heavily right when we're tapping into the value area high and we're breaking through it. So with this compression zone, let me turn off this so we can get a better idea. This compression zone, a lot of times we wait for a breakout, and the cleanest breakout, the most logical clean breakout is how we're understanding the markets. And this is how we're understanding it. We tap into the value area high, we tapped into the value area low, couldn't break, couldn't break, couldn't break, couldn't break, couldn't break. Now we go back to the value area high. We break above this and we go to 866. Then what's going to happen there? You're going to get probably aggressive buying. You're going to see aggressive buying bubbles here. And we're going to push to the point of control. That's what is the most probable outcome. I'm not going to guess the market, but I'm going to have an idea of what the market's going to do and where it's heading. And then if the market shows me that's where it's heading, then we take the trade in that direction. And I took a trade down here because I knew a lot of times that we get this compression zone. It goes from one side and then we move out the other side. I could have waited for this setup or even this setup, taking it 2-3 times. I would have still been a good trade. And I took this trade setup from the value high down to the POC. So I usually just play off those three areas, and you just got to really watch and react to the market and not try to guess what the market's doing. A lot of people try to predict, oh, we're going to go off this area and then we're going to do a nice reversal. And that's where I got in trouble the last couple of days. I had a long bias the whole time, and I did not change that, and I got destroyed. And that's where I got in trouble is, not reacting to the market and just having a bias. Maybe go riding, probably on to the desert, maybe on the weekend or something.
Okay.
So I'll try to figure out a day. So this is a little concerning up here. We have rejection off the value area high so far. So this could be problematic. Then you have the point of control on here. But you can see CVD is growing every time. It is slightly divergent from here to here. If you look, we're higher up here. So either buyers got absorbed here, or we're gonna move off this area, and then they're gonna come back down to the point of control, and then possibly go up one more time, back up to yesterday's POC. Would love if we can stick in this range until London closes. Our trading, yeah. Yeah, that'd be nice. I don't think we're, especially on a Friday. I think we're gonna break out one side or the other, whether it be at the end of the day or middle of the day. But if to my honest opinion, that's gonna be that's probably gonna be the areas where we break the highs or lows.
Hey, Dad.
Huh?
You have a cup?
I don't, but I don't know where it is. You have to go find it, babe. There's one right here. Looks like right here. Maybe put yours over here. Near the.
Oh yeah. You're live?
Mm-hmm. That's right. That is right.
Dad, when are we gonna get my bunk beds?
I don't know when it's coming, babe. My mom ordered it at some point, but I don't know when it's coming. We'll have to figure it out at some point here. It's gonna come and we'll put it together.
Dad,
Mm-hmm.
there was also some like $500 cards there.
What was that?
There was like some $500 cards there.
Who is?
Cards.
Oh, card?
And it came with this stand.
Oh, what do you guys think? Pokemon card. My son just got it. I don't know anything about Pokemon, but I did it when I was a kid, but it's some sort of Japanese Pikachu.
Grade 10.
Yeah, mint 10. Pretty cool. There you go, bud. All right, put it somewhere safe.
I want to get like a shelf.
Yeah, I'll just put it over here for now, or up in your
Like whenever
put it back there in your little dresser.
When we get my like beds,
Yeah.
I want to buy like a shelf at least like right here, like two
Along your wall. That'd be cool. Yeah.
So I could put like all my stuff up there.
So 729 is where POC is, and we're kind of bouncing off that. So we could bounce here, like I said, go up higher, possibly close this gap up into the POC. But we'll see. If we end up breaking this zone, then shorts will be the way to go. This zone right here. Good investment. PSA 10 for the card. Yeah, he got it at some shop that's near us.
Escondido.
A new shop that sells Pokemon cards.
I wonder if that was the actual price that he gave me.
I don't know, but I'm not sure.
Because there's no way. Graded 10 and it's a Pikachu in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
I only bought it for $115.
Not bad. Go help your mom get ready, bud.
Okay. First, I gotta find shoes.
a bummer. I lost on that account. Yeah, if we come back to this value low, that would be where I'd kind of be hesitant to take another long and then possibly break out. Mateus.
Try to start my phone.
Yeah, like I said, it came off the POC. So up there, you're gonna put more orders in there. You're gonna probably put it right around the point of control. That's from right there. So we just draw a line for that, so you guys can kind of get an idea of where that's at. Just make that purple. So I always like to make POC purple. I don't know. Just fitting for like the buy sell purple, which is like the most traded volume area.
Mom, it's not there. No, it's not.
And look at that, bounce out the POC. Now we're gonna attack that value area high. We get the break here. We're gonna get the squeeze at 866, 65 area, and then you'll get the squeeze up into yesterday's most traded volume area. That's where, that's where price will probably most likely head. And if not, then we go down. If it can't break this value area high.
Can't find it.
What?
It was on the bed. It was on the bed. I just.
Yeah, Tom, I draw the volume profile from midnight till now. I technically draw it from yesterday when we opened till about an hour or two before about an hour before market open. Signs almost 30 minutes before we open. What?
He's attacking me.
Okay. Why don't you just tell him to stop? And the reason you draw the profile from there is yeah, I could drag it across, but it's gonna shift and change. And I kind of already know this. It's already respecting the areas that we had overnight. A lot of times it do. Yeah, the value could change during the day, but most time it respects the one overnight, and that's kind of where I like to draw it out, and that way I don't. It's not constantly shifting because if I do the daily volume profile, it's pretty much damn near close to what I have. But this will shift. These lines will jump as, oh, okay, we're here, and which is sometimes not a bad thing, but I like to get a fixed area where I'm kind of looking at.
Can you do my card for Google?
Not Google. I don't want you on the internet.
Because I want to scan it.
Yeah, but you don't need it for Google.
Yeah?
Huh. You have the Pokemon thing, right?
No, but that thing, it doesn't show the actual price.
You can see here, it's still growing, and we're growing out the POC. So CVD is growing. The volume delta is growing. So this is, if this once it gets back up to this area, and this is just continuing to grow, if we see this keep on going up, this will be the point where we get a breakout, like I'm talking about. Just so we can see a little better. Let's go to 5, just so we can kind of 5 is just messy. I don't like signs. It's good to see areas where we're, but you can see the 5. And look at this. You can't trade this. You can't trade this. You possibly could if you went long here, but I don't know. I don't know how you would trade this. This looks so sloppy. Even the 1 minute probably doesn't look that great. 1 minute's better. This ain't bad. Close about that. So that's why a lot of times I'll go on the range charts. It's just cleaner. Yeah, you could catch a little more trade if you're not careful. Like I got in trouble catching more trades than I probably should have. But if you have the areas marked out and you just take trades off there, then I think that's a good way to do it. I'm probably gonna take a little break here because I gotta take my kids to school here in a little bit, about 5-10 minutes, and then I'll be back on probably for a, you know what, I'll probably be on for a midday session, maybe like my time, like another hour, probably hour and a half, and then maybe what we'll do is we'll get just an eval together, and we could all trade it together. I'll probably get it from My Funded Futures. I like theirs a lot. They tend to be a little bit pricier now because they raised their prices, but I could do it with you guys. We can kind of trade an eval and see if we can pass it together. I think it'd be kind of a fun thing to do. Kind of just do everything together, and we can call out each other's trade ideas and just kind of consider a nice possible move on how we're going to take the trade. But yeah, that's kind of my idea going forward here. I think I want to do that for in the next hour and a half when I get back and get all situated. We could buy eval and then we could just trade it together. All right. Well, I am going to hop off. I've been on for a little over an hour, so we'll call it a good day. I mean, up 9 down 900 here, and then I'm up 1,000, 1,100 on both. So technically up 1,000. So, all right, guys. I'll see you in about an hour. I'm excited for this move. Watch this move. This is gonna break out. I'm calling it right now. Hopefully when I get back, I see this move all the way up to here. So CBD's still growing. All right. I'll see you guys. You guys take care.